How's it going, everyone? I'm Maddox. As you can see, I have got my board here with me today, and I'm going to give you all a little step-by-step guide, beginner guide, how to get on your board, how to get comfortable. Here we go. So the first thing you're gonna want to know about your board, the board itself. As you can see, my board here, it does have softer wheels. It is a little bit wider. The wind here coming in. It is a little bit wider of a board, but at the same time, it is still a skateboard. It is not a longboard. The wheels are softer, so the shock will be absorbed a little bit in cracks on the sidewalk. It's easier to step up onto. The board is nice and wide. It is a good beginner ride board. It is really slick. The bearings are new. So yeah, this is the just the rundown of my board here. You're gonna really want to know about your own board and what you're riding on. Okay, so for our next step here on our board, you can see I do have some indicator screws here. It means that this is where your foot's gonna go when you're putting your foot up on the board. So typically you'll want to put your foot just enough to cover up this area here with these screws, maybe just a little bit behind it. Let's show you what that looks like. So as you can see, I'm down here with my board now. I'm just gonna show you where you're gonna want to kind of step up and show you how to kind of get comfortable on the board. If you are new, it is nice to have something to hold on to, maybe if this is your first time ever just getting up on the board. But hey, I'm left-handed, everyone's different. I'm not sure if that even really matters with it. I like to keep my right foot forward on the board and just put my left foot back to step up. So really, it's all about your balance here on your lead leg. That's really where it all comes from. If you don't have that balance in your lead leg, you aren't gonna be able to stay up on your board because you're gonna push off with your side leg here. So there's a lot of times where you're gonna just have to have balance on this leg. So actually, sometimes if you need to, it's great to practice balance just off your board, just on your lead leg, whatever leg you're more comfortable with. And then once you're more comfortable, just start kind of getting that balance on your board there. Get used to maybe stepping back up onto it, whatever it is that you're more comfortable getting done. Everyone does ride a little bit different, you know, so there's really no way specifically of doing things. So all right, so once you're more comfortable just stepping up on with your lead leg, that's when you're gonna really start practicing getting this side leg back up onto your board. It's really just, you kind of have to pick it up. When you're just starting, this lead leg, it can stay forward. You will be a little more comfortable on your start, keeping your lead leg forward. When you're starting, that's fine. Just know eventually you will have to learn how to rotate that foot a little bit, but for now, just getting up onto your board, that is completely fine, because it is always essential to keep this lead leg forward when you're pushing off. All right, so once you get a little more comfortable just standing on your board, you're gonna wanna start learning how to really push off of your board, how to really push yourself forward. That's what the skating is all about, the flying down the way. I'm gonna show you right back here on this sidewalk here. Notice when I push off, I'm really rolling my foot. I'm starting with my heel, kind of the flat of my foot. It is nice to have some nice flat skate shoes for this. I'm gonna show you come up right here and come right to you guys. All right, so notice the way that I really just kept my foot flat when I pushed forward. That's the most essential part there, kind of rolling on that flat foot. Now you notice when I pick up my foot, I put it on the back of the board here, just right above where the wheels are. That gives you the good center of balance. Once you get into more tricks, you're gonna wanna put your foot back here, kind of get more of a pop on your board. But for now, when you're just learning, right above these wheels is where you need to be. Okay, so for the last step, we're really just getting up on your board. This is it. This is where a lot of people kind of struggle on the start, is just getting your front foot rotated on to your board. So your front foot is already on your board. The real challenge is just rotating it because you find a lot of comfort keeping that foot forward. So let me show you guys how that goes. So this is not easy on your shoes, but you're gonna wanna just rotate that front foot, pivot it side to side when you're up on top of your board, when that back foot is comfortable. You cannot pivot your foot when you are off of the board. But notice how I just pivot it. My foot doesn't even come up off of the board. Later on, you will learn how to keep it off. But really, once you get that pivot down, you're pretty comfortable on top of your board overall. And hey, you're just starting out. Listen, you're gonna fall off a lot and you're probably gonna get hurt. But at the same time, don't let it discourage you, because there's nothing better than a good ride.